Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into Neil Gaiman's The Sandman,
Oh, yeah.
specifically these big ideas of freedom and choice that are kind of woven throughout.
Yeah, definitely.
And, we always get great source material from all of you, but
Well, this is a good one.
I was especially excited about this one.
It's a rich topic for sure.
And I love how Gaiman takes these really big, kind of heady philosophical concepts, but then he makes them so personal,
Absolutely.
through the characters
And especially with the Sandman,
yeah,
you've got these characters that are both human and then
the endless. Yeah.
These powerful beings
Yeah.
embodying fundamental aspects of existence.
Yeah.
Dream death,
Yeah.
desire,
Yeah.
destiny, delirium,
Destruction.
and destruction.
Yeah.
All tied to forces of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And what's so interesting is how their very nature
Yeah.
creates this tension
Yeah.
with the idea of free will.
Yeah. Because you think about it, and especially with dream, right? It's the Lord of Dreams and stories.
Shaping the fabric of imagination.
Yeah. That sounds pretty freeing.
It does.
But at the same time, he's bound by duty.
Right.
Responsibility to
Yeah.
maintain the dream.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Morpheus, or Dream, is always caught in that paradox.
Yeah.
So much power,
Yeah.
but also constrained by his role.
Totally.
And we see that play out so clearly
Yeah.
from his imprisonment by those occultists.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Refusing to give in to their demands
Decades.
for decades.
Crazy.
To just this rigid adherence to all the rules and traditions, which sometimes causes so much conflict,
Right.
even tragedy.
It's like he's trapped in this cage of his own making, right?
Yeah.
He's the dream king, but he can't dream his own dreams.
That is such a good way to put it.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's what's so brilliant about The Sandman.
Totally.
It doesn't shy away from showing us the darker side
Oh, yeah.
of freedom.
Yeah. How the things that we think will liberate us can become burdens, even prisons.
Or with Hob Gadling, right?
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Chooses immortality.
At first you think.
Yeah. You think ultimate freedom.
Ultimate freedom.
Live forever.
Right.
But then you start to see the cost, the emotional weight of that.
Yeah.
Watching everyone he loves age and die.
It's so sad.
I know.
But it's so fascinating that Gaiman chooses to go there.
Yeah.
With immortality. It's
Yeah.
not just adventure and knowledge.
Right.
He gets to the human heart of it.
Oh, for sure.
The loneliness.
Oh, yeah.
The grief, feeling out of sync with time.
It's heavy.
It is.
And it's not even just about the individual choices, right?
Right.
We see how choices of the endless
Oh, yeah.
ripple outward,
Yes.
impacting the lives of mortals.
Rose Walker, the dream vortex.
Right. She's suddenly got all this power.
It could reshape reality.
Total.
And it's her choice. Yeah.
To sacrifice that power for the greater good, that really highlights the ethics of freedom.
For sure.
It's not just about what we can do, but what we should do.
Oh, yeah.
How do we use that freedom responsibly?
Right.
That's the question.
And how do we deal with the consequences, even the ones we don't expect?
Yeah.
With Lyda Hall.
Oh, yeah.
She makes this decision to protect her son, but then her fate gets all tangled up
Totally.
in ways she could never have imagined.
It's a reminder that freedom is rarely neat and tidy.
No.
There's ripple effects, complications, sometimes even tragic outcomes.
It's messy.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Right.
And that's where the Sandman really shines.
Oh, no.
It doesn't give us easy answers or simple resolutions.
No, it doesn't.
It challenges us
Yeah.
to think about the nature of freedom, choice, and responsibility.
It really does.
It does. I mean, it's making me think about all these little choices I make every day.
Wow.
And how they might be connected in ways I don't even realize.
Yeah.
And it also makes me wonder,
Yeah.
is there any true freedom at all
Oh, gosh.
when we're constantly being shaped by forces we can't control?
Yeah, that's where fate comes in, right?
I guess so.
That's what we're going to be diving into next.
Okay.
The interplay of freedom and fate in The Sandman.
Ooh, that's good.
It's one of its most
Compelling. Yeah.
thought-provoking
aspects. So stay tuned, folks, because things are about to get really interesting.
Really interesting.
As we explore how even the endless themselves might be caught in the web of destiny. Right?
For sure.
Okay, so we've talked about the endless and modals and how their choices impact their freedom.
Right.
But, like, where does fate fit into all of this?
Ooh, good question.
Is it even possible to have free will when you've got a force like destiny literally embodying,
It's
like,
a predetermined path.
yeah, the predetermined path of existence?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is.
And the fascinating thing is, the Sandman doesn't give you a straight answer.
Right?
It's more like freedom and fate aren't like mutually exclusive.
Okay.
They coexist. They're intertwined.
Okay, so it's not like one overrides the other?
No.
It's more like...
It's more nuanced.
Okay.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
Fate lays down the tracks, but we choose how we move along them. We can speed up, slow down.
Yeah.
We can even, like, derail.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
The journey is still ours to shape.
Okay, so it's not about, like, denying fate.
Right.
It's about recognizing our agency within that framework.
That's a great way to put it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And we see this with the endless, too.
Oh, really?
How they operate. They embody these forces, but they also make choices.
Okay.
Desire, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Always manipulating things.
Right.
For their own whims.
They always have an angle.
Yeah. So even within a predetermined structure,
Yeah.
there's still that capacity for individual action.
That's a great point. I mean, you'd think desire would just be all about fulfilling impulses.
Yeah, just pure desire.
Right, but it's like...
But there's strategy.
Yeah.
There's cunning.
Like a game.
It's a cosmic chess game.
Totally.
And that's what makes them so interesting.
Yeah.
Like their actions have consequences, even if those actions are part of a bigger plan.
Okay, so speaking of plans,
Yes.
what about, like, when it feels like characters are fulfilling a prophecy or a destiny that was, like, set for them long before? Like with Unity Kincaid.
Oh, Unity, yeah.
She was supposed to be the Dream Vortex.
Right.
But things got in the way.
That's such a good example.
I know her story is so...
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
It seems like classic predestination.
Right.
But did her choices play a role?
Oh.
Did her actions?
Okay.
Even the little ones. Nudge events in a certain direction.
Oh, okay. So even when it seems like fate's in control, there's still free will in there somewhere.
Woven into the fabric.
That's how the Sandman shows it.
That's how I see it.
That's wild.
And it's not just mortals like Unity.
Right.
Even Morpheus.
Yeah.
Who is like the most bound by duty.
Of all of them.
Of all the endless.
Yeah.
He still shows agency.
Okay.
His decision to imprison Nada, confronting desire.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like, his self-sacrifice.
Right.
Those were all choices.
Yeah.
Made with, like, a deep understanding of the consequences.
So he wasn't just blindly following orders. He was making decisions.
Yes.
Even when they were hard.
Informed decisions.
Right. And that's different from Destiny.
Oh, totally.
Who can't deviate from the book.
The book.
Yeah, right.
He's bound to it.
And Morpheus is wrestling with it.
He is.
With his own nature and his duty.
Yes.
It makes him so...
compelling.
Yeah.
Tragic.
It makes me think about, like, times in my own life where I felt like I had no choice.
Oh, yeah.
Just reacting to things.
I feel that.
But maybe even then, there was some freedom in there.
Yeah.
Some way I was shaping the outcome.
I think that's so powerful.
Yeah.
Recognizing those choices, even when they feel inevitable.
So if we're not just puppets of fate,
right?
If we can shape our destinies, then what does true freedom even look like?
Oh, that's a good one.
In the world of the Sandman. Is it about breaking free from things? Or is it something more?
That's where transformation comes in.
Okay.
That's one of the most hopeful parts.
Oh, really?
Of the whole series.
Okay.
Sandman suggests that true freedom might come from our ability to change.
Okay.
To evolve. To become more than we were.
Like a caterpillar.
Yes.
Into a butterfly.
Exactly.
Not just escaping the cocoon, but becoming something new.
Yes.
More beautiful and free.
I love that.
And we see that with Morpheus.
We do.
He starts out so rigid.
Oh, he is.
Bound by tradition and duty.
Yeah.
But then he goes through this...
transformation.
Yeah.
Incredible transformation.
He learns to question things.
Yeah.
Confront his mistakes. He even shows compassion.
And vulnerability.
I love that he becomes more...
human.
Yeah, more human.
More nuanced. Capable of growth.
And it's not just personal growth either.
Right, right.
It can be about breaking free from, like,
Ooh, yeah.
Societal expectations. The roles we're told to play.
Yes. Like with Tellurium.
Oh, yeah. She's all about chaos.
She is.
It's predictability.
But there's freedom there.
Yeah.
Embracing her true self.
Even if it doesn't fit in the box.
Doesn't fit in the box.
Right.
She challenges the idea that we have to conform to be free.
Whoa.
Maybe it's the opposite.
So it's not just about external constraints.
No.
It's the ones we put on ourselves.
Yes.
The stories we tell ourselves.
About who we are.
Yeah. About who we can be.
I love that.
It's a cool takeaway.
It is.
And it's empowering.
We have the capacity to reshape things.
Yeah.
Our circumstances and ourselves.
It makes me think about all the times I've tried to fit in.
Oh, yeah.
Held myself back.
Yeah.
From what I really wanted.
From your passions?
Yeah, from my passions.
Yeah.
Maybe true freedom is
letting go.
Letting go of those limits.
Yes.
And becoming who I'm supposed to be.
That's beautiful.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
We've covered so much.
Yeah.
From the endless to mortals, fate to transformation.
Oh,
but I feel like we've only
scratched the surface of what the Sandman has to offer.
Yeah. There's so much depth there.
It's a series that keeps on giving.
It does.
Every time you reread it, you find new things.
New layers.
New layers.
The meaning.
New connections.
It's like a dream itself.
It is.
Full of symbols and metaphors, open to interpretation.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so enduring.
I think so, too.
It's not just a story.
It's an experience.
It's an experience.
It's an invitation. To engage with these questions and find our own meaning.
And the Sandman.
Yeah.
It wasn't created in a vacuum.
Right.
It's a product of its time.
It reflects weird saying that.
Of the late 20th century.
Yeah, we can't just analyze it on its own.
We have to think about the context, the influences,
the history. And that's what makes it so rich.
It really is.
It's fantasy, but it's grounded in the human experience.
In our anxieties, our hopes, our dreams.
And even though it's got these big ideas, it's also funny.
It is.
Playful.
So playful.
It doesn't get too preachy.
No. It's like Gaiman is inviting us to play along.
To explore with him.
To find our own truth.
And that's what makes it so...
engaging.
Engaging, yeah.
And liberating.
So as we wrap this up...
Yeah.
What's the big takeaway?
The big takeaway.
For our listener.
Oh, for our listener.
What do you want them to walk away with?
I think it's this.
Okay.
The Sandman is a profound meditation.
Okay.
On the nature of freedom, choice, and responsibility.
It's a reminder that even when fate's involved, we still have the power.
We do.
To shape our journeys.
Yes.
Make choices that reflect our values.
Our values.
Yeah.
Totally.
And embrace change.
The power of change.
Yeah.
Beautifully said.
And freedom isn't just about these big pronouncements. It's about the little choices.
The everyday choices. The way we interact.
As we grow.
How we grow.
How we evolve.
That's a great way to put it.
So it's not just about the destination.
It's the journey.
Yeah.
That's the journey.
It's in the striving, the growing.
Yes.
That we find our freedom.
I love that.
Thank you for sharing your insights.
Oh, of course.
It's been great exploring the Sandman with you.
It has been fun.
And to our listener.
Yes.
Keep exploring.
Keep dreaming. The dream world.
They're waiting for you.
They are.
Thinking about transformation and freedom.
Yeah.
Makes me think about the Sandman itself.
Oh, yeah.
Started as a comic book. But now it's this huge mythology.
It really is.
Audio dramas.
Netflix, like all kinds of stuff.
It's taken on a life of its own.
It has.
Reaching all these new audiences.
I know. It's a perfect example of how stories can
go beyond their original form.
Yeah.
Resonate with people.
Cross generations. And it all comes back to imagination.
It does.
The way that dreams and stories shape our reality.
Make us think differently.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so
enduring.
It's
not just escaping.
Right.
It's about engaging with big questions.
The depths of human experience.
And reminding us of the power of story.
The power of stories.
To connect us, to inspire.
And to help us make sense of it all.
You know, sometimes I think about freedom.
Yeah.
And I get caught up in breaking free, like throwing off chains.
Oh, yeah.
Escaping a cage.
Like a physical thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Sandman is saying maybe true freedom is something else.
More subtle.
Yeah, like from within.
That's a good point.
Not rejecting all constraints.
Right.
but choosing which ones to embrace.
Which ones to challenge.
Finding those spaces.
Yeah, for agency.
For self-expression.
Even within limits.
Like Morpheus, right?
Oh, yeah.
Bends the rules of his own domain. Finding solutions.
Within his responsibilities.
Or death.
Yeah, she's bound to her role.
But she's so compassionate.
So understanding. So much understanding.
They're both in these systems.
Yeah.
But they don't let the system define them.
That's
their personalities, their values.
Like they're dancing in a cage.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Not denying the bars.
Right.
But moving freely.
Within that space.
So it's not always about rebellion.
Well.
Sometimes it's about those little moments.
For the everyday defiance.
Expressing ourselves.
Romantically.
Even when it's hard.
Even when it's hard.
Maybe that's the magic of the Sandman. It's not just gods and monsters and dreams.
Right.
It's about us.
It is.
Our struggle to find meaning.
In a world that can feel so chaotic.
And it reminds us that even when it's dark, when we feel lost,
trapped,
we still have the power to choose
exchange,
to create out of the chaos.
What a message.
It's a powerful one.
So as we wrap up, I want to thank you.
Oh, thank you.
For all your insights.
Of course.
For helping us explore
it's been fun.
This world of the Sandman.
Such a fascinating world.
And to our listeners.
Yes, to our listeners.
Keep exploring the dreaming.
Keep dreaming.
Keep questioning.
Keep choosing.
Keep diving deep.
And we'll see you next time.
Until then.